I give up. Do you know where the book is? Well, I looked everywhere. Bedrooms, living rooms, kitchens, bathrooms. Nothing. I guess this is game over. I'm sorry, Internet. But without a book, I can't review. Without a review, I can't get my next book. And thus, this show is over. Why is this music playing? Well, Bill, it's been a fun ride. But oh God! Help! Help! You guys okay, right? Give me a second. Get back here, you little son of a... Is this week's book? How did it attack me? Hi there, Internet. Welcome to Bookworm Reviews. I'm your host, the Bookworm, and this week we're diving into Jaws by Peter Benchley. Oh God, I gotta read it, don't I? Okay.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view. No.
For the first time, the woman felt fear, though she did not know why. Adrenaline shot through her trunk and her limbs, generating a tingling heat and urging her to swim faster. She guessed that she was 50 yards from shore. She could see the line of white foam where the waves broke on the beach. She saw the lights in the house, and for a comforting moment, she thought she saw someone pass by one of the windows. The fish was about 40 feet from the woman, off to the side, when it turned suddenly to the left, dropped entirely below the surface, and with two quick thrusts of its tail, was upon her. At first, the woman thought that she had snagged her leg on a rock or a piece of floating wood. There was no initial pain, only one violent tug on her right leg. She reached down to touch her foot, treading water with her left leg to keep her head up, feeling in the blackness with her left hand. She could not find her foot. She reached higher on her leg, and then she was overcome by a rush of nausea and dizziness. Her groping fingers had found a nub of bone and tattered flesh. She knew that the warm, pulsing flow over her fingers in the chill water was her own blood. Jaws. One of the biggest moments in film history. Jaws would become the father of the blockbuster, for better and for worse, as well as introduce the world to a no-name film school brat by the name of Steven Spielberg, for better and for worse. Of course, none of that would have happened if this little book hadn't hopped onto shelves. Jaws was a huge bestseller at the time, staying on the New York Times bestselling list for 44 weeks, introducing people the fear of going into the water. Now almost 40 years old, let's see if the terror still holds. In the small beach town of Amity, things are peaceful. The US recession has hit the town hard, but with luck, this summer will make sure everyone can get through the year. Until a girl is reported missing. Chief of Police Martin Brody finds her body completely destroyed. Knowing it was a shark attack, Brody plans to close the beaches to keep the people safe. But the powers that be don't want to risk losing business this summer. Pushed into a corner, Brody keeps the beaches open, only to have another attack. As the body count goes up, the summer season in danger, and Brody forced to be the front man. How can anyone defeat this titan of the sea? Jaws works on many levels. The writing is top notch. The moments with the shark are terrifying. From the famous opening chapter to its attacks in person and off panel. A silent, deadly killer whose power is like no other. There is a true sense of dread whenever people go into the water. Brody is a good main character too, being the man who wants to do the right thing but forced to make bad decisions, only to see him get worse as those bad decisions haunt him. We can relate to that, which makes him a good protagonist. Unfortunately, the same can't be said to a lot of the supporting cast. There is no way I can talk about this without comparing the film. So you know Matt Hooper? The lovable and eccentric Egyptologist? Yeah, he's a rich boy jackass. You know Ellen Brody, Martin's supporting wife? Yeah, she's an idiot. Quint? Who cares about Quint? Yeah, the film version's made a few revisions. And they show. Big time. Quint is nothing more than the fisher they hired near the end. No opening town hall speech. No USS Indianapolis, and he is not as crazy. He is only shown once in the beginning, and not brought up till the end with very little character, if you can even call him that. The beginning and the third act of the book are good, but the middle, wow, does the plot just stop. All of the middle is dedicated to Ellen's subplot. Ellen is revealed to have come from a rich family who married the poor Brody after falling in love with him. Now she wishes for the days of old, trying to get back with the people she left behind. When Matt, whose brother she used to date, comes to town, they have an affair. Yeah, hate me later. On top of that, we also have Mayor Vaughn, whose intentions to keep the beaches open aren't on the up and up with his partners. If you know what I'm talking about when I say partners, then you know this is a pretty stupid addition when the revelation happens. If you can call it a revelation at that. Seriously, anyone with a brain could see where that was going. This goes on for like 60 odd pages. You know what's not in those pages? How about a certain shark that is the focus of the whole story? No wonder the film drops them. They contribute nothing to the main plot. They make the entire supporting cast look like jerks. I almost wish the shark would eat them. And they end so easily too, and are never brought up again. Padding. Nothing but useless padding.
I just read a book for nothing!
Finally, the ending. Oh God, the ending. It happens. That's it. Seriously, they build up the last chapter like it's some grand battle between man and nature. There are moments, and then shark defeated, the end. And nothing. Shark dead, the end. No resolution with Brody? Shark dead, the end. Nothing? The end. Well, that's a letdown. Honestly, it seems Peter wanted to write a different kind of book. According to some articles, Peter wanted to write nonfiction, but was told they wouldn't sell and went with his shark attack idea. When he wrote the first 100 pages, he was told to change 95 of them because they were too humorous. According to his agent, humor isn't the proper vehicle for a great thriller. Geez, he must have really hated the movie adaptation. Now, this is more likely all hazed, because look at what the movie did. It changed everything for the movie industry. Obviously, there was something to like about the book for being the success that it is, or else people wouldn't have put up so much money for it. But there are moments when you see the book hasn't aged well, mainly with its views of blacks and gays. Granted, they are just throwaway lines, but man, would people be pissed if they read this now. Of course, Jaws is just a fictional piece. Sharks are amazing animals, and people killing them because of the book and film are just stupid. Seriously, do some research. Bentley says the same thing in later interviews. Let's finish this son of a... For the genre review, I give its thriller a 6 out of 10. There are plenty of moments that shine, but that damn middle. Just why? My personal is a 5 out of 10. I don't hate the book. I just wish it had the same feel as the movie. The film just hazed my view too much. And that middle. Overall, I give Jaws a 5 out of 10. Same goes for you. If you grew up with the movie, you may not like how the book goes. The ending isn't as grand as the movie, the characters are not as likable, and the middle. God, I hate the freaking middle! But it is not all bad. There is a good story here, and you could see why the film went the way it did. It is worth a read if you have the time. So Bill, do you have next week's book? Really? What is... Really? Awesome! I can't wait to dive back into the wizarding world of Harry. Fool you! Till next time. Have a nice day. Get back here, Bill!